Blog Talk Radio.
Down in so many ways, oh yeah. from the bar. Girl, you're one of the luckiest in the world, and you know you mean everything. Any way you want it done, girl, I'll do it right here, right now. Daddy's gonna break it down for you. Oh, yeah. Break it down for you.
Feel like an escaped slave, I'm on a rampage. Gotta tell them about Christ before it's too late. They told me I should try to reach the streets. I say the streets ain't big enough, that would only mean defeat. I'm trying to reach the world, change for my little girl. I get a little dizzy, life will make your head swirl. But I'm good with the bad, I'm better with the good. I come back stronger thanks to Jesus and the wood. And I'm still hood, screaming out Southside. But it's different now, yeah, cause it's not pride. Yeah, I'm alright, yeah, I'm all good. You don't know me, dog, I wish you would. Try to throw stones, you don't even know my story. You don't know the pain, you don't even know the glory. And I feel like I'm by myself sometimes. They hate cause I'm bright now, sunshine. Yeah, I'm just fine, cause I ain't dead yet. So go and get your money back, devil's reject. Make a bet you gon' see me in the end. Romans 8:28, stronger, I win. But dog, I'm still here. I feel like the man, so you better stand clear. I'm stronger, wiser, fresh out the gate. Jeremiah 29:11, yeah, I'm straight. Cause dog, he had plans for me. And even in the streets, he had his hands on me. So I can't lose. Might be bloody, but dog, I'm unbruised. Top gun of the South, but he not Tom Cruise. Mama ain't raised no fool. Yeah, my life got hard when I ain't played by the rules. But now I'm on a good path. So I sit and laugh and think about how I made it through the aftermath. Lost both parents, baby mama drama. Street still knocking, gone at a comma. Real talk, I'ma give it to your homeboy till you know Jesus. Sin is a decoy.
Many things in this life. I've learned that a fool makes the same mistakes twice. I've learned that a wise man harder than is right. I know I'm alright cause I'm walking with the Christ. I turned my rejections into perfection. I'm still going strong cause I got protection. That's why I put my arms in the air and stretch them. I'm a brand new me, like a resurrection. I feel real rested through the process of getting tested. Now I'm ready for the unexpected. And yes, I'm wiser, harder, faster, stronger. The old Q song is no longer. I got a new hunger, hunger for the word, yeah, the truth. Now I feel
we are made in his image. Don't be enslaved by the gimmicks. And in him, there's no limit. Looking how the world is formed, simply amazing. Grace that covers sins with wars raging. Fighting over land, we sit and create. Devising our plans, God to invalidate. Separated by a culture, unified by the flesh. So much not in common, but we all will face death. Somewhere on the globe, there's love, and there's hope, and someone's soul. Surrounded by chaos, they've got peace and kindness in their hearts. And we pledge allegiance to one nation under Jesus. Despite all the many differences, the Father is. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Venimos en un solo cuerpo, exaltado sea tu nombre, Señor. Tu nombre, oh Dios, tú eres la vida y la fortaleza, la alabanza que sale de mi boca. Y no me canso de alabarte, oh no, y no me canso de exaltarte, Señor. I'ma give you my praise and I'ma give you my glory. Different language unite, we're gonna make history. One blood, one God, one body, language of pain. At the end of the day, we all the same race. We unite in one worship. Different tongues. Yo no me canso de alabar su nombre, no. Yo me uno a esta alabanza, no, sí, Señor.
For tongue, so does that make me a less Christian? Am I not saved just because I dress different? Listen, I can't help it, I was made different. If you could walk in my shoes, then you would praise different. Ain't gotta be behind the pulpit to preach. I'm a teacher, and I don't have a classroom to teach. This is church without walls, I'm in the street. I don't rap, I just minister over beats. Capiche? I'm talking Prince of Peace. I'm stuck to Christ, I'm about to blood like a leech. I hear your voice in the spirit, I'm a sheep. Then I hop in the booth and turn beast. Now when I speak, it's praise off my lips. If we was betting on Christ and I throwing all my chips. Yeah, they say you are who you hang with. And that's why I praise my new language. Yeah.
know it's right. You ain't gotta go, you can spend the night. I don't even like when you leave. I sent the keys, your scent still on my lips. I mean, you right as the sun, you been the one. Bet you knew that too. Let's peel back the roof, let the wind loose. I love being with you in the coop. Nothing else said. I'm in your hair like dreads. You turn hair like red. When you step in the room, the noise go dead. I'm not going nowhere. You got me down like the feds. You all about your bread. You just for me. Your voice is sweet. You move discreet. Your house is neat. The same sister style as me, and possibly my wife to be. If we can make it true and make the move. Your hustle A1. Your nails stay done. Your hair A1. Your feet stay done. I know that you the one. I can't even front. I just wanna be with you. You know it.
Where you are, I just wanna be where you are. 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 If it's in the park, I just wanna be where you are. If it's at home, I just wanna be where you are.
Welcome to the show. Listen, this is Dipping Out to the Central with none other than your host, Shazam and Queenie. Y'all know tonight we said that we were going to talk about the Best Man Final chapter, and guess what? Ooh, it's a lot to unpack from that. What's going on, Shazam? Sam?
Oh, just a whole bunch of last minute stuff. Yeah. So what did you have going on this week? Or this weekend?
Well, you know, Quaylen on, so I was.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he was still there. When is he leaving?
Tomorrow.
Oh.
And
yeah.
I'm going to miss him.
Mm-hmm.
But he eats a lot of food. Thank God he got a job to pay for all his food. Because he can eat. And he showed me the weapons that he fired, which could explain his upper body strength. Okay.
No doubt.
What else? Oh, my TV went out. I had it since I don't know, 2000 something, and it just the picture just started like it was just draining out. I got a little depressed about that. And I got a new one, of course. Quaylen was like, well, let's just go ahead and get another one. I was like, okay, that's how this works. But, we went half on the TV. I don't know. The weather was, I feel like we're in the middle of summer. You know, even though we came out of a winter blast.
Yeah, that's what they call it. That was something serious. When you get down to 8 degrees, feels like -12. You know, that's something serious. That ain't nothing to just be blasé about, especially when you're used to the weather being around 70 to 100. You know, easy.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of mood it's in.
So what was your like?
What was what? Hello?
How was your week? How was your
weekend?
Yeah.
It was a weekend. That's all I can say about that. Let's see. What's today? Today's the 2nd. Let me make sure I get my date. Right. On Thursday, I had on Thursday, grandbaby number 9 was added to the mix.
Exactly. I would look.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
the name.
So there have been a lot of FaceTime calls, a lot of pictures taken, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. That didn't work. That's all I do is work. That's it. 10 toes down, 7 days a week.
I understand. Well, we got to get into this best final chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to take notes, but I've been moving around so much, so there was a lot of stuff going on. Now I'm gonna be honest. I thought that Quentin was gonna marry Shelby. That was who he was. I didn't know he was gonna.
Okay, y'all. Just so y'all know, we're gonna talk about it. Today, and we gave y'all full disclosure. So if you haven't watched it, then even after we talk about it today, you still need to go watch it. Because I'm telling you, you don't get the full effect of Q unless you watching his character.
That's true. Because he's crazy and rolling.
Yeah, you don't get the full effect of what's her name? Shelby, unless you're actually watching it.
Yeah.
So by all means, I still watch.
Mhm. Okay, let's start at the top of the show. Top of the show, we have to talk about L Boogie. We got to.
Look, L Boogie.
L Boogie was L Boogie for real.
He going through some things.
Yeah, he went back to his college. Was it college days? Yeah, he went back to his college days.
Yeah, he was.
Wow. Now I was trying to get with the beard thing though. I was so happy that they cut that off his face. I don't know. I like a man with a beard, but I think it's the way his beard. I don't know what was happening with that. That was weird or something.
I think it just wasn't cleaned up. They made it look scraggly because he was going through some things. You go through some things. He just didn't shave. He didn't keep himself together. So yeah, that beard did not look like it belonged on his face.
Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie to you, he was still fine. Oh my God. My Lord. Oh my God. I think they said it's like wine, it gets better with time. I don't know. I know it got good. It was still great. He was still great.
Yeah.
My Lord. You know who changed a lot though? What's her name? I can't remember her name. The one that always trying to sleep with
Neil.
What's his name? Yeah, Neil Long. She looked different. Yeah, she had a grown woman body on this.
Yeah, she did. She did.
Now I want to talk about how trifling Neil Long is in this movie. Now other people may feel like she is not trifling in this movie, but I feel like she is the most trifling. I also feel like Harper and Robin should have been divorced years ago. They should have really just been divorced years ago. She has never been a priority.
Well, I don't think she should ever say yes. I don't think she should ever. But but that's not the way the script was written. So, but I don't think she ever should have said yes because if you're supposed to be flying out to a wedding of his friends, and then he comes back and tells you everything that he tells you, and you ask him if he slept with her, and he's like, no. But you know that if given the chance and all this other stuff hadn't happened, he would have. I mean, come on.
He would have.
Come on, he would have. That would have been a completely different story if he hadn't got his butt whooped in that hotel that night.
And you're so right, because I talk about that. I say now. And then she was trying to get him to be what she wanted, and it was fair what she wanted from him, but you never got that from him. He was always caught up with his friends. He was always caught up.
When somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Mm-hmm. Believe them. And he went. And in the first movie, he went out there to be with what's her face. She went out. I can't remember his last name. Oh, her show name, but he went out. Jordan. He went out there to be with Jordan.
Jordan. Yep.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yep, and then, yeah. And then how you gonna let him? How you gonna propose to her at somebody else's funeral? I mean funeral wedding. How you gonna do that? Okay.
Now I've seen that done before, but for me it wasn't the fact that he did it at the wedding. It's everything that preceded that point. Like, yeah. You know, I wouldn't say yes.
Mm-hmm. I would have. I mean, because first of all, you didn't humiliate. First of all, okay. Let me back up off of that and let me get to the Shelby situation. I'm gonna come back around to the fact that I was. Oh, and Robin flirting with that pop-up shop dude. I mean, I was like, set her out. What you doing? Come on now, you tripping. But anyway, Shelby humiliated herself for this man. She did. In the name of love.
Now, at which point? Is there a specific humiliation that you're referring to?
Wait, okay. Hold on, let me go back. I'm going through my final chapter archive. When Shelby showed up, she didn't humiliate her, so let me take that off the table. Shelby went after her man. Shelby, with that, listen, when she came out there at the club, at the bachelor party, come on now. And Shelby, listen. Shelby, y'all got to watch this movie.
But see, for me that wasn't humiliation. She was proving a point. She already knew what the deal.
That's what I'm saying. I'm taking humiliation off the table, and I'm going to say, well, no, it's a little. She was willing to, because some people pride ain't gonna let them do so. Shelby wasn't worried about no pride. Shelby was coming to get Quentin. That's what she was coming to do. She came there with the intent. She didn't care who was looking, and she didn't care. She went for it, and that was to me, that was fly. That was a different type of Shelby, because Shelby, she started off in the first movie. She was a storm. She was like
her character had definitely changed. Not of Shelby was still there, but there was a more mature Shelby.
Yeah.
She was still off the chain.
Still off chain. Now merch, that was a whole basket full of.
I don't know I looked at his character from the very first to the last, and his character had changed so much. The first, in the first, it was like he was this real naive, everybody get over on him type dude or whatever. And then in the second one, it was like, of course he was more mature. They have a whole school that he runs, and they have all of this stuff going on, but he's still just not necessarily naive so much, but he's still a kind of a pushover, which came to a head in the last one, because when the movie was done of the book, he saw himself as he had been written, or his character had been portrayed in the book, and then he saw how much of a pushover he was.
Yeah,
but
and he saw. I was happy. I was happy that he saw how his friend portrayed him.
Saw him, right?
Yeah, how they saw. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, because, and I think a lot of that, Best Man, the whole thing, all the movies, whatever. It was good because a lot of people could relate to a lot of that stuff that was happening.
Right.
Dealing with merch and falling for a stripper and finding out the stripper is just working her way through. It was just something that we see every day. And but going back to, like you said, I was happy about how he he just stood up to quit. That was funny though. That was really, really funny. But I was excited about him boxing and stuff. That was, I loved it. That was good.
Yeah, and that was his outlet. And and not only was it his outlet, when the boxing coach, when he first went in there that first time, the boxing coach was like, "Hey, you're a natural," and it kind of gave him some pride in what he was doing, and he felt good about himself, which he doesn't normally do because he's so, merch.
Yeah.
But I really thought, now another thing that got, so when him and his daughters were getting in that taxi, and that chick put her dog in the taxi, and then everything just went left, and then the cops came up and didn't even ask questions, just automatically took her side, and his daughter was sitting in the car. The cab driver, he didn't even want to vouch for him. He just wanted his money. One of y'all need to get out, and the other one needs to be in, so I can go.
Wow.
Wow. But for Merch to just feel so helpless, he had to let that go somewhere. So when he saw that same lady at that cafe, every time they did a scenario, my heart dropped. I was like, "Oh Lord, he finna do X, Y, Z. He finna go to jail. They finna." And then he comes back to himself. He's just thinking all the different scenarios that could have happened. But I really didn't get why he wanted to be, why he was stuck on this whole best man thing.
Yeah,
I could not get that. I did not understand that.
Yeah. At first I was like, what is up with that? Well, honestly, I could have done without Harper being the best man anyway. So,
yeah, but if Harper wasn't the best man, then Quentin wouldn't have any jibs and jabs to dish out.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
When I said Q is on point, man. Q is on point.
Man.
He's on point.
Man, I love Merch's wife. You see me when the girl with what's her name put that sage in her face, baby, that was too funny to me.
Yeah.
Oh God. But I thought, I ain't gonna lie, somewhere in there I thought Jordan and L Boogie something was gonna happen. I don't know if you saw it, but I thought it was gonna go that direction.
I didn't get that, but I got that because in the beginning, when they showed the credits when it first came on and everything, and it just gives you little snippets. I was like, dang, I knew that that Harper and his wife were splitting up. I knew that. I knew they weren't going to be together. But in my mind, I thought Harper was going to end up with Jordan, or his wife was going to end. Harper's wife was going to end up with another man. So that both, I was surprised on both of those notes.
Yeah. I don't know. I was trying to, because they kept pushing. We know Jordan was the godmother for, for Mia's children, and then they were talking about him, Lance moving on, and then she was gave his son a job and was, talking to the church. So in my head, I thought that was the direction it was going. Yeah. Then they was getting into some heated arguments, and but you know how it goes. Sometimes, we look at the Quentin and Shelby don't get along situation, so anything can happen with two people. Like
you ain't lying.
Thin line between love and hate. So you be thinking people can't stand each other. Next thing you know, they be together 4-5 years.
Okay, so what do you think about the chick they cast as his wife, as his fiance? I think Shelby met her matching, because old girl was like, what? I don't care what you do. We're getting married, so I know you have, like, it's just everything about this movie was raw. It was like they cut no punches. They said what they said, and they meant what they said, and they said it how they wanted to say it, and I was just like blown away. But this chick, she was really over the top.
She was over the top. And I love how
he done.
Huh?
She proved how crazy she was when he dumped her.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's another part. Oh no, I'll figure it out later. Oh, when Harper didn't put that money on Robin's place.
Yeah.
And then he made her feel like, he told her, you always starting up something new. I was like, oh my God. I was like, dude, she moved into this big old mausoleum, because that's what she wanted to do. Right? Then she asked you to do one thing. I was so hot. I was hot.
I was mad,
but I knew he wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah, he was out doing his thing, living his life, making, and then for him not to do that one thing, it was important to her, but it wasn't important to him.
Yeah, and
when you're married like that, whatever is important to one is important to the other one too, because it's important to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it ain't important, damn well you gonna act like it's important to you.
You better act like it, because look, and I was thinking about, like you say, for him to just minimize who she is, and then you remember he was in the limo and he gave her those accolades, and I always talk about bozoism. I think about the bozoism and the manipulation and the the manipulation that's associated with bozoism, Jesus. And I just, when he said that to her, I thought about how she just constantly, and people make me mad when they, well, that was your fault. No, not. Some things can blindside you. Some things can't. But he was always putting his family on the back burner and then saying, I'm doing it for the family. It's like he was using that line to live his best life while people, and had people that to support his madness. And I'm like this. She was saying, cool, you living your dream. Be the author or whatever it is that you want to be. So, and it was like he just was allergic or something. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy. And I couldn't. Go ahead.
I know. I was just gonna say there were a lot of life lessons in this one.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you got. But what were you saying?
The bozoism. So I thought about a situation where I was receiving, and just to talk about it, I was receiving tons of phone calls. Hey, come back, blah 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 blah, right? And I thought about that moment where Robin realized that this was. You remember when she said, "Oh, I'm done."
Done deal.
It was done deal. It was like she understood. She kept telling him, "You'll never change." And I think, like you say, life lessons. I think a lot of women think that if they just be everything that man needs or wants or needs at the time, that he's gonna finally do it. But if he don't start off like that, that's something that has to be in him. I forgot his man's name. Harper. He loves to get into conversations with Jordan that he should be having with his wife. He loves to do that. It's something about Jordan. He just loves to hear her stroke his ego, tell him what he needs to do, push him around, about her. She like that, which Robin ain't gonna do that. Robin's gonna say, "Honey, it was just
you can do it. Everything will be okay." Yeah. So you got me. We've got each other. We'll be whatever.
Whatever, right? But he'll go over there and Jordan will bust him upside the head, and he is excited. We can go back to their head because she knocked him. Listen.
Yeah, she tried to take his neck off. Yep, she did. Now,
yeah, he did.
And they, even though they were all on a different in a different tax bracket than most of us are, they still had the same issues we'll have, and they showed that in the movie, especially like with Lance's oldest son, and Lance having a hard time accepting that, you're trying to live through the son and make him the football star that you were, but he's good at it, but that's not what he's interested in.
Yeah, and that's a major life lesson too, because a lot of parents, when their child, and this not even a LGBTQ thing, when their child does not follow the path that they feel they should follow, they want to write them off, which is all manipulation.
Right.
Everybody does some type of manipulation when they don't get what they want. But regardless whether it was him being non-binary, if he was trans, whatever it was, I think the biggest thing was Lance not being able to control a situation.
Right.
Because Lance, even with his friends, Lance, when I know this, when Lance got upset, he talked to anybody crazy. I mean, of course, his friends knew him and knew that's how he do stuff.
Everybody except for Mia.
Yeah.
Everybody except for Mia. So he pretty much controlled just about everything, and he couldn't control that. He couldn't control Mia's dying. Yeah. He couldn't control what his son chose to do. I was really kind of heartbroken when I found out that the lady that he was really starting to like was actually engaged.
Yeah.
Because I thought that would have been a good pairing.
Yeah.
But they did flip it.
I mean, they paired them they paired him at the end, which I really would have liked to see him, kind of get that old fiance out the way a little earlier. But,
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was good, and I think it caters to the part of us when we watch movies that wants to feel like these people are really living on, even though, and I know people say, well, these people not real, but it's like reading a book. You wanna, what happened? Was the way they wrapped that up. And I think with Quentin finding out that was his real daughter, I cried on that part, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah.
That was
I was like, oh, my, they've been that long?
Girl.
Because it had to be at the end of the first one, because she was in the second one when Mia passed away. She was in the second one. She was just like 8 or 9. So that was that time they got together after the wedding at the end of the show in the first one. And I really had to sit down and think. I was like, dang, are you kidding me? But, yeah. And then speaking on life lessons, Q's father, what he had to deal with as far as he was concerning his dementia and everything.
Yeah, that was, I like how they because I don't think in the first season we really got to know Q like that. And when he came in, and witnessed his father, the emotion and stuff, that the emotion that he shared was deep. I mean, you kind of figured he was that passionate. You kind of figured that, but just see him interact with conditions his dad was living in, and it's a lot of us in our generation. Our parents are older, and we are busy living our lives, but we don't really know how they're living. So you got to go. And you got to check on them,
So and, you don't know how they live, and you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know mentally where they are. You don't know physically how they are. Everybody's just living their lives, and time just passes. And it's like even now, my nieces and nephews are children of my friends that I haven't seen in a long time. When I see them, it's like, golly, last time I saw you like 3 feet shorter and 5 years younger. Where are you going? You need to stop growing. So time
ain't waiting on nobody.
Nobody.
Time, man. And I was thinking about, just in that instance, too, when people are deciding what, how to help. And the spouse that you have. Now, I'm going to throw this nugget out there for those of you. I hate to pop into my little wisdom person, but when you have these spouses, you want to make sure that you want to make sure you're not getting a bozo. Because at that moment, Shelby became what both of them needed at the moment.
Right.
Kind of calm the situation down. She didn't sow seeds of discord. She didn't come in there and get the, or Quentin, you shoulda and that. No, she was a confidant to her husband, watching this thing unfold with his dad. She did not insert herself in a manner to where it made the situation worse.
Or made it about her.
About her. That's it. And the amazing thing about a lot of families today is you go through this. You marry somebody, that person don't want you around your family, or they, feeding your brain. Yeah. Why? Because you're intimate, and I'm gonna just some of y'all. When you are intimate with somebody, you open your heart, your mind, and everything to that person, and they can get around in your brain and change furniture around. Okay, they get up in there and get to rearranging shit, and the next thing you know, you messed up. You don't know what your mama looks like. You ain't seen your siblings.
Hold on. Your feng shui is off in your building. It's just all over.
Yeah, they say a screw missing, but I think
the color patterns
rearrange the
color patterns don't match, and the coffee table by the sofa when it's supposed to be by the recliner, and everything.
Yeah, the refrigerator in the living room and the TV in the kitchen. I'm telling you, the whole thing.
Everything. But I'm telling you, it makes such a big difference when you have a spouse that cares about you, because if they actually love and care about you, then they love and care what you love and care about.
Come on now, that's the truth.
It makes things a whole lot easier. It makes things a whole lot easier. Because Shelby could have done that. And she could have. She could have just, when his dad went off, she could have just said, okay, well, shit, let's go. We can go back to the house. You can stay in this.
Yeah, but she, and then just to look at when we hear people say in relationships, this person helps me be a better woman or helps me be a better man. That's the example right there. That's what it's really meant. It's not saying. Now I've heard a lot of women talk to their spouses like they're Apollo, you know what I'm saying, you know what, but you have somebody who knows what you're capable of and like you say, loves who you love because they love you. Then you're gonna have a proper support, because everybody needs support system. And why have a spouse or a mate, or call them a partner or a mate, when they're no good for you mentally, because it starts in the mind. It starts mentally first. And a lot of people end up, I can raise my hand and say it, a lot of people end up with folks that, like you said, Shelby didn't get selfish, but a lot with selfish people. And when you deal with selfish people, in a minute you're going to run out. You're not going to have anything left. So you got to make sure that you make good decisions.
Right.
Oh, well, we done talked through this whole show real fast. Any last words before we call it a night?
No, but I mean, we've spoken on previous shows. Y'all really need to start taking applications about these people that you decide that you want to live your life with and procreate with and all this other stuff and bring into your family. Make sure that they value what you value. Or let me rephrase that. Make sure that they love you and honestly love you, because if they do, then the things that you love and care about, then they will too. Because you don't want to be in a relationship where you're giving more than the other person. Because you keep giving, and you're gonna be empty, and they're gonna have all of you and all of them because they selfish as hell.
Yeah, and then you're gonna leave, and then they're gonna have a whole nother person up in the house sitting on the couch you bought, and he's not eating the. Let me quit. I'm going to bring it back in there. Oh my God. Bring it back in. Oh my God. Okay. We love you all, but we got to go. It's been real right here on 5926 Central. Make sure you do the playback, share it with somebody on Blog Talk Radio. We love you. Good night. Oh, man, that was good.